public that once winds exceed 50 miles per hour, ambulance services are discontinued until the all clear is given.
Never swim alone. Don't go deep into the pool. Don't run around the pool because you might slip and get hurt. If someone else falls into the water, don't go in and get them by yourself. Call for help. Parents, sign up your children for Let's Swim Bahamas.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
And I'm Arthur Martin Burr.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Ahead here this Tuesday evening. Tomorrow morning, Parliament will be dissolved. Tonight, what you need to know as we get closer to Election Day. As the window starts closing for the registration of voters, the COI is launching an attack against the integrity of the process. Their charges and the government's response coming up. And a new name for an old relic, the honor bestowed on a retired longtime civil servant. Those stories, the days, other big news. This late night, Tuesday, April 7th, 2026.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And hello to you again. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. It is good to have you with us this late night. Well, we are now just hours away from the dissolution of Parliament set to take place tomorrow morning, setting the wheels in motion for the general election to officially unfold. Tomorrow's dissolving means that afterwards, voters will have only hours now left to get registered. Today, a reflective-sounding Progressive Liberal Party chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, previewed what the day should look like.
Well, I'm advised that the commissioner intends to read the proclamation at 9:30 in the morning. I intend to be out there just for reasons of history. You know, I'm a junkie for elections, so this is my life cycle, and I love it. I'll be out there. And, you know, I've been a part of democratic transitions in this country at a close level since 1972. And so it'll be fascinating to watch this unfold.
Tomorrow's dissolution follows the announcements by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis first of the prorogation of Parliament as of Friday, March 27th. And then last Wednesday, April 1st, Mr. Davis announced the general election would take place on Tuesday, May 12th, and Parliament would be dissolved as of Wednesday, April 8th. At the time, he also appealed to voters still not registered to ensure they completed the process. It appears that many of them are in fact heeding the Prime Minister's advice. Since his announcement, officials at the Parliamentary Registration Department have reported seeing a surge in voters trying to beat tomorrow night's deadline. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson, pleased with the turnout, assures his department is ready for the process.
I am very encouraged that the Bahamians are taking full advantage of the opportunity to register to participate in their democracy. Democracy is all we have, and if we let that go, we're in trouble. So I'm very encouraged. After registration closes, the rate is issued, and then I will begin. We have to set a date for the nomination day, advance poll, and so on and so forth. So we get an election mode once that happens.
The race to the polls is heating up as the time for voter registration winds down. Cleopatra Murphy caught up with a number of Bahamians eager to make their votes count in the coming weeks, who shared their concerns heading into the upcoming election.
The economy, immigration and employment will be on the ballot boxes when Bahamians head to the polls in just a matter of weeks. It was those concerns that drove many, including Owen Smith, to the Parliamentary Registration Department in the last days of registration before Parliament is dissolved and registration comes to a halt.
It's very important for us to come and do this, right? I send all my brothers and sisters, don't sit down on this one. This one ain't nothing to sit down on, all right? Your children got to grow up. We done pass our prime now. So it's daytime and it's daytime. So let's get it right.
The right to vote and exercising it is very important for Ricardo Clark, who is pleased with the Davis administration's performance, while another resident says government has not done enough, but wherever you fall, she says, vote.
What I want to see, transparency. I want to see people working. Actually, I see people working, but more, the country is going in the right direction, and they need to go in the right direction.
You may be skeptical, but I think it's still important to vote, because even if you don't want one party in, it's an opportunity for another party to come in and make changes that you may want to see.
As Bahamians prepare to mark an X for the candidate and party of their choice, one first-time voter is appealing to her peers to make their voices heard in the national polls, while Leroy Higgins says he never skips the opportunity, urging all Bahamians to position themselves to be able to cast their ballots come Election Day.
I feel like your vote do matter because you live here and you have a right in this country.
Seize the opportunity, because we have an opportunity above many countries. So register and vote.
According to Parliamentary Registration Department statistics, up to Easter Monday, there were 202,000 voters on the register. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
The Parliamentary Registration Department has been driving home the message that the new biometric voting system will improve efficiency and accuracy in the voting process. Registered voters who have opted not to verify for the biometric card can still use their purple voters cards to vote in the ballot box. Minister responsible for elections, the Honorable Wayne Munro, anticipates biometric card distribution to begin soon.
The biometric card, the focus on that decreased when we were concerned with registering and transferring persons. So persons verified for the biometric card. I verified for the biometric card. I haven't received it yet. The Parliamentary Commissioner will update us about the issuance of any cards to persons who have verified. I tend to believe that it would be happening before the general election.
Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain is tonight raising questions about the security of the May 12 general elections, handing a cease and desist letter to Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson Tuesday. Bain, who led a press conference outside the Parliamentary Registration Department, believes democracy is at risk, as he claims the Parliamentary Commissioner has no direct access to the vault that stores election materials. The Parliamentary Commissioner denies Bain's claim, adamant that he told Bain already that there were two keys, one at SIB and the other with the Commissioner of Police, Shanta Knowles, and that neither can get into the vault without the other present, also adding he's unfazed by Bain's cease and desist order.
The danger of the current situation is, one, that it breaks the law, and we must operate within the law. The police, the government always asks us to operate within the law. Do things.
Now, during the Easter holiday weekend, Bahamas Constitution Party servant leader Ali McIntosh called on the Prime Minister to rescind the May 12 election date, as she claims it's 2 days after Mother's Day and in the middle of the national school examinations. Well, the COI leader feels there is no need to wait.
I don't want to see the 2026 general election postponed, because I think Bahamians have had enough of this government. We don't believe that by stalling the election that anything is going to get better.
We can also tell you tonight that reporters today quizzed National Security Minister Munro, who has ministerial oversight over the Parliamentary Registration Department, about some of Mr. Bain's accusations, which he dismisses as political desperation on the part of the COI leader.
I thought that Prime Minister Ingram answered that conclusively in the by-election for Golden Isles. Anybody talking about an election being stolen probably feels they're going to lose. And as setting a pretext, Prime Minister Ingram has made it quite clear. You cannot steal an election. Questions about a vote. What's the significance of that? By the time the ballots reach there, they've already been counted in front of everybody's agents, including the COI. You've already gotten your copy of the forms that set out what has happened. So exactly what is the significance of the vote?
In an attempt to attract the attention of younger voters, the Torchbearers, the youth arm of the Free National Movement, hosted its Youth on Fire to Vote initiative at the University of the Bahamas today. Party supporters and members distributed party paraphernalia, food, and goodies to UB voters and gave more insight on the party's plans moving forward. National President of the Torchbearers Association, Xavier Knowles, says the event is just one way to encourage young voters to get registered.
The Torchbearers Youth Association is a registered club here at the University of the Bahamas, and we had the opportunity to have an event. So we wanted to ensure that we brought in our candidates and make them accessible to UB students. We know that there are a lot of people registering to vote right now, and we wanted to ensure that our candidates and our members of parliament are accessible to our students so that they can be able to ask the questions that they wanted to ask.
Time for a break now, but we have lots more to get to this late night. When we come back, our former Postmaster General gets a big honor. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight at 11. Stay with us for that story and much more when we come back.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Grand Bahama, the pageant capital, will play host to the hottest youth event of the year. It's the 2026 Exquisite Catamaran Center's Miss Teen Universe Bahamas Preliminaries. Under the patronage of Minister for Grand Bahama and MP for Pine Ridge, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, the most beautiful girls from around the family of islands will compete for the big opportunity to wear the coveted crown. Come and witness the stage heat up in national costume, swimsuit, evening gown, and talent, and a special appearance by Exquisite and Citrus Bahamas pageantry system. It all goes down at the Regency Theater, Friday, April 10th, 7:30 p.m. Admission at the door, $40 and $20 for school students 17 and under. Don't miss the event of the year.
Sweet and spicy, marinated fried, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
To a few of the other items in the news this late night, the Bahamas has received a vote of confidence from international ratings agency Fitch, which has affirmed the country's sovereign credit rating at BB- with a stable outlook. The assessment reflects continued economic recovery, strengthened fiscal management, and stable governance, driven largely by a sustained rebound in tourism and disciplined government spending. Fitch notes that the Bahamas has made progress in reducing its debt since the pandemic, with projections showing a continued downward trend, although debt levels remain higher than many peer countries. The report also highlights the country's relatively high income levels and institutional strength as key positives. However, Fitch cautions that challenges remain, including heavy reliance on tourism, exposure to climate-related events, and limited long-term economic growth potential. The building that was once home to the Eastern Senior School and later became the Shirley Street Post Office was given a new name today. A ceremony to mark the soft opening of the John V. Saunders Post Office was held today. The post office has undergone a transformation and extensive renovations. The building was named after Saunders, a longtime post office employee who started at the department back in 1960, eventually climbing the ranks and becoming Postmaster General in 1979, a position he held until his retirement in 2001. Today, the honoree, his family, and former colleagues joined dignitaries like Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and other government officials to celebrate his legacy.
Public servant like John Saunders, a man who understood the importance of our post office. And as I said, for over 4 decades, he worked his way up to the position of Postmaster General in guiding this institution through years of change. His influence extended across the region, not just the Bahamas, the Caribbean region, and his legacy runs through every community this post office. His legacy runs through every community this post office has ever reached.
We have a lot of highlights from both our Carifta teams coming up next when Charles Fisher joins us with a look at sports.
Behind every electricity pole, every power line, and every connection, there's information powering it. At Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited, a team has been quietly building on that information to create a digital framework that has earned them a regional award in their mission to create a smarter energy system.
We're here with BPL, and we choose to recognize them for the stellar work in terms of their geospatial development in the Bahamas and also in the Caribbean.
Scotty came to me and he said, I have this idea. I said, then I will make sure that you have the tools and equipment necessary to get it done. I would like to know where every pole is, every transformer, every street light, every meter, every piece of infrastructure that exists on our network. I would like to be able to know exactly where that is. And I am so proud of Scotty and his team because they have done an amazing job.
The work being done is paving the way for new technology like smart meters that will allow you to track your energy use and billing.
They just came back from Abaco doing some work, and the whole intent is to move them through the chain of islands to ensure that they meet what the CEO would have requested of them, to know where every pole is, every asset in the chain of islands.
And it's not just about convenience. It also means that when the power goes out, BPL can see exactly where the problem is in real time.
This allows us to now tie in different systems when there's an outage, where the outage is, what could be possibly causing the outage. So it helps our teams to more effectively and efficiently repair the incident and be able to report that back. And with that, we are building the foundation for our next generation here.
From mapping the grid to transforming how it's monitored and managed, BPL's GIS team isn't just mapping the system, they're redefining it.
This Carifta update is brought to you by Little Caesars Chicago-style pizza, CG Atlantic, and Bahamas QSR Limited Dunkin' Donuts every day with Dunkin'. Good evening and welcome to Sports in the Bahamas. Tonight, I'm Charles Fisher. The Carifta Track and Field Championships all done with. The Bahamas with a level 1 performance over there in Grenada. And along them was our gold medal reporter, Shane Stubbs.
The third and final night of the 53rd annual Carifta Track and Field Championships couldn't have gone any better for Team Bahamas as they closed things out with a bang with a few memorable performances, especially in the 200 meters. On the track, Emil Higgins and Zion Bradford got the Bahamian section of the Karani James Stadium rocking with their showing for the under-17 boys. Higgins was in a dogfight coming to the finish line, but the 15-year-old prodigy wouldn't be denied, taking gold in the time of 20.94 seconds. The medal party didn't stop there for Team Bahamas as Bradford fought to the end, capturing bronze in that same race in the time of 21.54 seconds, a feat the pair of Grand Bahamians reveled in.
I mean, it feels really, really, really good because I've been wanting to run the 20 point the whole season, and I reached out here and I ran the 20 points, so I'm very, very pleased.
It felt all right. I was a little bit tight coming off the curb, but glad I could have got back into the race and do it. I had a bad lean, but I came out with a medal and gotta thank God for that.
And what else can be said about Jose Johnson? She'd come away with her second gold in the jumps for the under-17 girls. She'd take flight on her 6th attempt, landing in the pit for a distance of 12.35 meters, bringing a great run at the games to an end.
Competition was pretty good. I just wanted to remain on top. Although it wasn't the jump I wanted, I just went out there, gave it my best, and I'm very proud of myself.
It was silver medal finishes all around in the 4x400 meter relays. Firstly, in the under-17 4x4, Keandra Thomas turned on the Jets as the anchor for Team Bahamas in an attempt to catch the Jamaicans. It wasn't so she and the quartet of Brianna Boodle, Zara Frazier, and Navia Mackey held on to win silver, clocking 3 minutes 44. Also adding silver was the tandem of Ron Pinder, Aiden Musgrove, Avante Lotmore, and Zion Bradford. Lotmore closed the gap enough for Bradford to bring it home on the anchor leg. The team would clock 3 minutes and 13.81 seconds. It was then time for the team of Samira Crawley, Kimari Hanna, Sage Demerit, and Alexis Roberts to attempt breaking the silver medal streak in the under-20 girls 4x4. It was another spirited performance, but the team would finish behind the Jamaicans once again to win silver. And what initially was a bronze medal win for the 4x4 team of Zion Davis, Egan Neely, Zion Shepherd, and Giovanni Bridgewater, it was short-lived as the team was disqualified for a zone infraction on the first exchange. However, the final wasn't without some other podium finishes. It wasn't the ending she envisioned for her under-17 campaign, but Keandra Thomas would come away as the bronze medalist in the under-17 girls 200-meter dash. In his first year running under-20, Egan Neely wouldn't do so bad. He fought hard coming across the finish line, landing a bronze medal for the country. In the under-17 boys 110 hurdles, Sean Ferguson III is a silver medalist at these games after clocking 14.30 seconds. Jacario Wilson moved up to the under-20s this year and landed a bronze medal for his country in the under-20 boys 110 hurdles. And on the field, there were a pair of other bronze medal finishes. Alexandria Komalafe won bronze in the under-20 girls high jump. She got up and over the bar, clearing 1.70 meters. Taysha Thompson would follow suit in the under-20 girls discus throw. 38.92 meters was her best mark to finish her time at Carifta. In the final medal count, Team Bahamas would finish with 30 medals altogether, 8 gold, 12 silver, and 10 bronze. Jamaica finished first with 28 gold, 27 silver, and 16 bronze for a whopping total of 71 medals. And Trinidad and Tobago would finish with 9 gold, 11 silver, and 15 bronze for a total of 35 medals. And that's going to do it for things here in St. George's, Grenada at the 53rd Annual Carifta Track and Field Championships. On behalf of my cameraman, Philip Marsh, I'm Shane Stubbs, signing off for ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks, Shane. Now the Carifta Swim Championship, they are into their final evening. They should be wrapping up right about now. And then tomorrow morning, if you don't hear it tonight, you'll hear that they have won 8 in a row. Yes, they are on quest for 8 in a row. To see how that is going, we check in with Amajal Knowles.
Night 3 is traditionally where the Bahamas begins to separate itself with the Carifta Swimming Championships, and after me leading by 9 points after 2 days, the swimmers would have their work cut out for them, battling the competition and some rainy weather, hoping to add to their lead. For the pool, girls 11 and 12 50-meter breaststroke will be a 1-2 punch for the Bahamas. Star Seymour taking gold in 36.70. Isabella Munro will take a silver in 37.31. Munro would also add a silver in the girls 11 to 1200 free, touching the wall in 102.66. Also feeling the gold rush would be Tristan Hepburn. He would be the fastest finisher in the boys 15 to 17 50-meter breaststroke in 29.41.
Oh, it felt great, you know. I kind of mad that I didn't come up with a personal best, but there's not much I could do. I came up with a gold, and that's all that matters.
Adding to the Bahamas' medal count will be a trio of bronze medal finishes. Kia Seymour in the girls 13 to 1400 meter free. Amaya Saunders in the girls 15 to 17 50 meter breaststroke. And Layla Lewis in the girls 15 to 17 200 meter butterfly. Kyle Simmons also getting in on the action, adding a silver for the Bahamas in the boys 13 to 14 200 meter butterfly. Now winning a trio of medals for the 242 will be Isabella Huraculo, taking bronze in the girls 200 IM, a silver in the girls 13 to 14 a 50 meter breaststroke, and a silver in the girls 13 to 14 200 meter butterfly.
The race was great. It was a hard race. There's a lot of competition, but I think I pulled through and got the medal for the Bahamas. Racked up with good points, and I didn't go down any spots, and I stayed in the spot I was in prelims, so I'm pretty happy.
Finally, another standout night from Kriston Joseph in the boys 13 to 14 division. He would take 2 golds in the 200 meter medley and 100 free, and a bronze in the 50 meter breaststroke.
I remember last year, and I didn't do too well. And I got a touch many times. This year I changed that around.
In the relays, the Bahamas adding a bronze in the 11 to 12 mixed 400 meter relay, silver in the girls 13 to 14 800 relay, and a bronze in the boys 13 to 14 800 meter relay. Look at the final point standings after day 3. Bahamas building a slight cushion out in front with 613 points. Jamaica second with 558. Trinidad and Tobago in third with 545. Barbados in fourth with 474. Now, who will come on top on the final day? Stay locked into the ZNS television and radio network to continue to keep you updated on all the action here in Fort-de-France, Martinique. For my cameraman Ashley Taylor, I'm Amajal Knowles for ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks a lot, Amo. Great reporting there as well. Changing of the guard for ladies golf as Flamingo Ladies Golf Club electing a new president, Imalasha Johnson, receiving her instruments from immediate past President Agatha Delancey. The installation ceremony held at the 9-hole golf course, Blue Hills Sporting Complex. Clubs in hand, she is ready to swing.
I want to thank you personally for all of your support you have provided to myself as well as our previous executive team in advancing our club to the next level. And I look forward to working with you all closely and, of course, engaging you all a little bit more. It is proven that young women who are engaged in sporting activities are often more resilient. And in this beautiful environment we have in the Bahamas, I feel that our Gulf community offers endless possibilities for physical, social, and mental development.
Wishing Johnson the best. And that's going to do it for sports in the Bahamas tonight. Continue to have a great evening. This Grifter Update was brought to you by Little Caesars Chicago-style pizza, CG Atlantic, and Bahamas QSR Limited Dunkin' Donuts, every day with Dunkin'.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Long Island, we've helped 77 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $1.9 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Long Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: fishing, transportation, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
Back at Little Caesars and good. Our popular Chicago-style pizza is back for a limited time only. Enjoy this delicious, thick, buttery crust pizza that's packed with layers of cheese, meats, and veggies for just $18. That inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars, Oaksville, Carmichael Road, East Street, Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and One East Plaza.
Pizza.
Well, tomorrow is shaping up to be quite a busy day, so we're hoping that the weather accommodates us. For more on that, let's check in with Diane Dorset, who has a look at tonight's weather forecast. Good evening,
Good
Diane.
evening, Carvel. Our satellite picture shows a broad area of cloudiness over the northwest Bahamas. That's associated with a low just to the north, and the trailing cold front moving through the northwest Bahamas. This pattern will keep showers and thunderstorms across the area through Thursday. Now, let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northwest Bahamas, it's 76 degrees in Freeport City and Green Turtle Key, 75 in Alistown, Bimini, 79 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and for Bullocks Harbor, 80 degrees. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 83 degrees. Camp Space, South Andros, 86. Camp Harbor Island, 81. Rockside and Luther, 84. And for Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 82 degrees. 83 there in Georgetown, Exuma, and for our southernmost islands. It's 83 in Clarencetown, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island. 86 in Betsy Bay and Acklands. 81 down in Matthewtown, Inagua, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 83 degrees. So that's the feel of the islands. Here in the capital tonight, it's going to be 71 degrees, a thunderstorm in some spots this evening, but otherwise mainly cloudy. And as for tomorrow, very cloudy with showers, breezy in the afternoon with a temperature of 81 degrees. Now, it's been a great start to the week, but over the next 7 days, you can expect some showers and occasional thunderstorms through Thursday, followed by breezy conditions mainly over the northwest Bahamas. And starting on Saturday, the entire country will experience very breezy conditions through Wednesday. This will create hazardous beaching and boating conditions. Now, during this time, boaters and beachgoers are asked to exercise extreme caution, and swimmers are urged to stay out of the water. That's your late night look at weather. Rest easy, stay cozy, and thanks for staying up with us. Carvel.
Thank you, Diane, and thank you for being with us this Tuesday evening. That is our broadcast. I'm Corval Pye from Fort Charles. Diane and our entire team, take care, be well, and remember, we will be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night. At the Lyndon Bindling International Airport, I'm Corval Pye from. This is ZNS.